Welcome to Tech Lab, where we get hands-on with exciting tech projects. Tech Lab is hosted by Ignite, which is Nova Scotia's rural innovation hub. This summer, we have a special series to explore ocean tech. Over the next few episodes, we'll be building an ocean buoy to track currents in the Atlantic. During this episode, we'll be talking with experts to explore what ocean tech is and the challenges of operating in the water. First up, we're headed to COVE, which is the Center for Ocean Ventures and Entrepreneurship. So follow me and let's go.
Most of our economic activity revolves around the ocean, so it is what drives our economy first and foremost. So we're very focused on that, all aspects of it, everything from marine tourism to marine transportation to food from the ocean, fisheries and aquaculture, marine transportation, as I said, and then aerospace and defense. They're all part of that big picture that drives the economy here in this part of the world. Traditionally, a lot of those big sectors of the ocean economy have been what I call brawn industries. They rely on large amounts of physical human manpower. Increasingly, they're knowledge-based industries, and so all those knowledge-based industries rely completely on science and technology, ocean tech as we call it. And so underpinning all those main sectors of the ocean economy increasingly are very sophisticated technology plays brought by large companies, but also, interestingly, by small and medium companies, including small companies that are startups. So it's a real interesting ecosystem of large, medium, and small companies providing disruptive technology to enable those large economy plays.
Atlantic Canada is special because we're surrounded by the ocean, and that really dominates our weather and it dominates our economy as well. And when we look at it from the point of view of economic development and opportunity for our people, the ocean is really the kind of unique secret weapon that we have in Atlantic Canada over other parts of Canada and around the world. And so it's very important that we sort of seize that opportunity and find ways to maximize what we can do with the ocean.
I think if you're interested in getting involved in oceans and ocean tech, it is a very interdisciplinary field, so you can go at it from a lot of different angles. So if computer science is something you like, go down that path and focus on oceans. You don't necessarily have to do ocean science to be within the ocean tech field. You can bring the oceans into your life no matter what your passion and your drive is.
There's so much we don't know about the ocean and so much that we can do to develop technology for understanding of the ocean and responsible use of the ocean and its resources. Again, whether that's for tourism, whether it's for the fishing industry, the ocean is a huge source of protein for a growing planet. And there's so much that we can do to develop technology, whether it's sensing technology, underwater technology, or even just data science that could really benefit the economy in Atlantic Canada.
The opportunities in the ocean are immense simply because we know so little about it. So the upside growth opportunities for an exciting career for a young person are just unbelievable. I think it's a really it's a great place to spend your career, grow an economy and live and work here in Atlantic Canada.
You know, I was trained as a neuroscientist, so we study the brain, and the brain is hugely complex and really fascinating, but we have very few ways of looking at the brain and measuring the brain. And then when I look at the ocean, I realize how many different kinds of data we can get, whether it's underwater acoustics, sensing, visual data, thermal data, chemistry data. It's such a rich source of information that it's really, the opportunities are boundless. There's a lot of challenges operating in the ocean space. If you're actually out on the ocean or trying to work in the water, it's a very harsh environment. It's not amenable to humans. It's very expensive to go out on boats. It's very expensive to even test things underwater. So there's a lot of challenges there.
Material selection is everything. It's everything. Well, it's not everything, but it's very important, yeah. My name's Ben Garvey. I'm the president of Enginuity Inc, and we're a full-service engineering, design, and product development company here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. We develop products in all kinds of industries, but we've grown up doing work in the ocean industries particularly. And we're all kind of boaters and sailors, and we play around in the oceans and lakes and things here too, so we love doing stuff for the oceans in particular. If you're not careful, you create a battery. You use an aluminum case. We've got some right here, let's say, with stainless steel fasteners, and you know, a couple of other just dissimilar metals will all of a sudden create a battery in the electrolyte of the ocean, and corrosion just goes crazy. We're looking at stuff that lasts in the ocean environment. So you want things that don't corrode a lot. You want materials that are compatible. You want materials that aren't going to that are not going to change their dimensions very much in high temperature swings. Because you can, if you go and launch stuff in the winter, and retrieve stuff in the winter, which happens, you can be going from minus 20 degrees deck temperature, plop it in the ocean, and if it's going deep, it can get warm again, right, near thermal vents, things like that. So you've got these huge temperature swings that affects your seals. So we're looking at high pressure at the bottom too. So if you're putting something down deep, you want pressure cases. That's usually either aluminum if it's not that deep, or stainless steel, or if you're going real deep, titanium. If it's sort of in the intermediate zone or closer to the surface, the littoral zone, you can use a lot of plastics. So we can use PVCs, ABS, acetyl. The whole suite of plastics is really good too for non-corrosive environments.
We're the industry that people just choose to ignore or are a little bit oblivious to. So Dr. Sherry Scully does a lot of research with us around workforce development. What are the career aspirations of young people in this region around a career in oceans? And for the most part, they're simply unaware of the opportunities. I think as much as some of her research has shown that only 2% of youth in grades 6, 7, and 8 are aware of or interested in a career in the ocean. Compare and contrast that to the fact that somewhere between 15 and 25% of jobs in the region are actually in the ocean. We've got a big communication problem. Young folks are simply not aware of those opportunities and the fact that that's where they're likely going to be spending their careers. And so I think the big agenda is we need to just raise awareness of the sector increasingly.
During this episode, we've defined ocean tech and now know about the challenges and opportunities of working in the ocean. I just got a package in from the UK that I'm super excited to open, so make sure to join us next time when we start working on the microelectronics of our buoy. See you then.
That's why I live here, is because of the ocean.